Boom. No. Hey, everybody. What can you say? It was 11-16 last week. 11-16. And if it wasn't for Cleveland, Baltimore, and Cincinnati, who blew it at the very end, I would have been 14 right. 14 out of 16 week 2. Woo! That just doesn't happen. So, what's going to happen this week? Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's going to be a crazy week, and I'm looking for an 0-16 on my Sports Select ticket. Remember, $2. Two. No more. 6 games. Try and get the maximum results. Kansas City almost got me there. But anyways. So let's get to the picks. What kind of picks are we going to have this week? I don't know. But let's get going. Here we go. We got Thursday Night Football. We got Pittsburgh at Cleveland. Cleveland has blown it so far this year. Maybe they'll get it together. I'm picking Cleveland. Uh-oh. Next up, New Orleans at Carolina. Carolina's a terrible team. So that means they'll probably win. So I'm going with New Orleans. Next up, Houston at Chicago. Chicago's going to win. Blew it against... Just blew it. How? I don't know. I don't know how we're going to fix that. Kansas City at Indianapolis. I'm going Kansas City. Buffalo at Miami. I'm going to go Buffalo. Everyone's picking Buffalo. I really don't want to. Maybe Miami's got something going on. Nope, I don't. Baltimore going into New England. Everyone is taking Baltimore. 100% Baltimore on this. I was looking it up, and I'm taking New England. It's a home game. It's a home game. Come on, people. You got to keep track of this home game stuff. Then we got Detroit going into Minnesota, and it's pick 'em as far as I'm concerned, so I'm going to take Minnesota. Yes, I'm going to take Minnesota. I don't know. You know, Cincinnati going into the Jets. Really? Cincinnati? Cincinnati should have won both of their games, and they did not. The Jets will win this if Cincinnati plays the way they did the previous 2 weeks. I'm hoping that they smarten up. So I'm going to go with Cincinnati one last time. Next up, we got Vegas going into Tennessee. Kind of a pick 'em. I'm going to take Vegas. Philly into Washington. This is going to be very interesting. Both teams are better than what they look. So I'm going to go with Philadelphia. Yep, I'm going to go on the Philadelphia train. Woohoo! Next up, we got Jacksonville going into the Chargers. And the Chargers should win this game. Should. So they'll probably lose. Really good game. Absolutely pick 'em. Rams, Cardinals. Going with the Cardinals because it's a home game. Otherwise, I would have gone with the Rams. This is absolute pick 'em. I have no idea who's going to win it. Whew. Both are having problems. Both. Like, come on. You know. Anyone watching this knows. Atlanta, Seattle. Both rebuilding teams. I'm going to go with Seattle because it's at home. Like what they did to Denver. Of course, the coach cost him the game. We got Green Bay at Tampa Bay. I'm going to go with Tampa Bay because I just threw up in my mouth saying that first name. Can you just excuse me for a second? Jeez. I got to really stop saying that name. Next up, San Francisco at Denver. I'm going to go with Denver, even though they spent a lot of money. Ooh, man, they need to get things together. They need to stop thinking about how much money they spent. Start playing as a team. And the coach needs to start calling the game as a game. Instead of like, oh, we spent, and like all the, I can't even listen to what they're talking about. And then we got the wonderful team I don't like to mention going into the Giants. And as I've said since the season has started, I'm going with the Giants because a friend of mine's a Giant fan and he wants them to win. So I'm going with the Giants. Period. And I'll keep going with the Giants as long as he thinks they're going to win. Well, short little video on NFL picks this week. Awesome week last week. 11 out of 16. Sports Select Missed it by one. Got 5 out of 6 games. Whew. Haven't had one of those in years, 10 years probably. But there you go. Who will be a tie? Who will win out? Which one will go which way? There was 3 terrible. Man, could have been 14. Could have been 14. But that's just how it works out sometimes. And we're into week 3. Again, I always say week 4 is really when you know what's going to happen. Especially from the injuries, how the teams are playing, all that kind of stuff. How are they really doing? Get a really good idea after week 4. So, it's great to have a live and win week, but let's hope this one is 16. That's not going to happen. Probably 0-16, but thank you for tuning in. Have yourself a great weekend, and I'll see you in the future.